and a lot of the island has not been explored. There are only about 60,000 people on the island in total. And actually, the United States, believe it or not, does have a pretty good historic claim to Greenland. I'm gonna go through the history. I know you weren't expecting a history of Greenland, but you're gonna get a potted history of America-Greenland relations because actually, quite seriously, we should purchase Greenland. Here's President Trump on this matter.
Oh my God. So I just am confused on the lengths that people would go intellectually to make something sound so stupid by every stretch of the imagination to like craft it in such a way. Like you couldn't craft something like this in Minecraft. So one of my main questions now, especially after everything that has transpired in the past 2-3 days, okay, I need some clarification. Okay, I need someone to dumb it down for me. Maybe it's just too much information for me, for my mind to comprehend, okay? Like, I thought the Republican Party of 2024 was the party of no new wars. Okay, hear me out. I thought this was the party of spending smartly. Okay, they're not going to blow up the deficit. They're going to manage and handle our taxpayers' money with tender love and care. That good old TLC. Okay, that's what I was told. And this is what they've, these millionaires and billionaires who I guess are the ones who knows what's best for the working class, that this is what they're going to do. I don't see that happening, especially the past 2-3 days. And here's the test, okay? Because I am a believer that a lot of these Trump supporters, okay, if you got a Trump supporter friend, family member, or it's you yourself, okay, do me a favor, okay? Look at this map right here. Tell me, one, where America is at on this map. Boom, right there. Secondly, after you do that, you can't use Google. Tell me where Greenland is. It's a good chance that a Trump supporter has no loving idea where Greenland is, let alone understand why that would be beneficial in the way that Trump wants to go about it, okay? And trust me, I'm no economic major, okay? I just understand what I see and consume, and I look up what I can. But I don't think America is financially ready for a bigger swath of land and people, let alone Canada. We can't even handle the states we have right now. Why on God's green, beautiful earth do you think we can handle another country like Canada becoming another state? I'm confused here. Trump was supposed to go in, create no new wars in the wars that are going on currently, and drop grocery prices. I mean, 3 simple things. Go in, do that, get out. But I'm lost here. But of course, let's go to Fox News, which, remember, this is the biggest news media platform out there. Okay, so this is where these idiots are getting their news. Trust me, I warn you, here's a trigger warning. The racism meter is at a 10. So be prepared, okay?
Insurance commercial. So Jesse, okay, this renaming stuff, it's largely symbolic, but at least he's renaming something on behalf of America. When the Dems rename things, whether it's Columbus Day or schools, it's to reduce America's patriotism. It's like...
So one, I don't think he understands the history of Columbus. Oh, hey, say what you want. Columbus didn't drop on his land and say, hey, indigenous people, would you like, a large amount of money for me and my people to acquire your land? I will send you guys to another beautiful land and blah, blah. No, that's not what happened. I don't even know what his name is. I honestly don't care. That idiot sitting on the far right has no history comprehension, obviously. And then the naming of schools, like there was a place in Colorado, I forget what it was called, but it was named after a general in the Confederate party. They changed that quick. That's why I probably can't remember it, because it was so long ago when I was younger, and I was confused on why they changed the name. And then like a few years later, I realized, like, oh, that makes sense. Maybe we shouldn't call an area that's maybe 70-80% of black and brown people after an individual who was a part of the Confederate Army. Kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? But once again, when you're trying to argue or conversate with brain broken idiots, you're gonna get nowhere fast. Trust me. Let's continue.
Like, we can't name it after a president. We can't name it after Christopher Columbus. We have to denigrate America. He's saying Gulf of Mexico? Nah. Gulf of America.
And how are you going to disagree with that?
Yeah.
You can't. So you're going to come out against America? What are you, for the Mexicans?
What are we doing? What are we doing? Hey, guys, what are we doing as human beings? I don't understand how Republicans, voters who will look me in the face and say, this party is not, founded in racism and bigotry. No, those are just on the outskirts, the fringes of the Republican Party. Need I remind you, millions of people on the daily watch these people. And he said, what are you for? The Mexicans? I'm not even Mexican, and that hurt me. But that's not the story. Let's continue.
Permission to make an analogy?
Yes.
Permission granted.
This is like Tyrus. Tyrus's neighborhood. And Tyrus is kind of like the neighborhood watch, the one-man neighborhood watch. And he happens to also have the biggest house in the neighborhood, and he also happens to be a trillionaire. And one day, Tyrus takes a stroll in the neighborhood, looking around, and he sees a house that is next door that he likes. And he knocks on the door, knock, knock. How much? Oh, this house is not for sale. Well, of course it is. How much? Oh, this house is not for sale. Well, I can take it by force. Or you guys can sleep on it, and maybe tomorrow you can tell me what the price is. That's where we are with Trump.
Hey, Trump supporters, I swear, I am praying that a Trump supporter in any fashion is watching this, because I need some answers. Because I thought I was paying attention throughout this entire election campaigning, and Trump said, and individuals who voted for Trump or were supporting Trump or endorsing Trump, they said that he is not going to start any wars. And the example that one of the biggest news networks that support Trump in the Republican Party, he just gave a clear-cut example of Trump either forcefully paying to buy, or he's going to take it by force. I mean, I'm not the sharpest knife in the kitchen, but by force, if they don't want to sell it, military action. I mean, doesn't that usually involve, guns, tanks, army, military, personnel, boom, boom, bang, bang, death, dying, blood everywhere. Isn't that kind of like, I don't know, war a little bit, maybe just a little bit, a tiny bit. But what happened? I thought this was the party of no new wars, where we're not going to blah, blah, blah. I mean, I don't know how serious this is, but for Ben, Out of all people, Ben Shapiro sitting here co-signing this dumb conversation lets me know two things. Either they're just going along with it because all of a sudden when Trump and his idiots think it's a good idea, now we have people like Ben Shapiro like, you know what? That sounds like a good idea. Or, which where I'm leaning to, they don't have a choice. If Ben was to say, you know what? That may not be a good idea. We are already struggling here in America. Maybe we shouldn't take on too much more than we can handle. We can't even handle the 332 million people here in America. Maybe we shouldn't be talking about another country. It's like an individual already struggling to pay their bills, but for some reason, they're talking about getting a new car. Bro, figure out the car that you already got. Figure out how to make more money before you even talk about, flirt with the conversation of buying a new car. Once again, I don't know. Let's hear what Ben has to say.
Trump has now deployed the Crown Prince, Don Jr., to Greenland because that is the next American territory. Go back to our map there for a second. Just want to show you the map. Look how big the United States is going to be. You see right north of us, there's this country that used to be called Canada. As we know, President Trump has been talking about making it the 51st state. And I know that Justin Trudeau is out there tweeting how it'll never be the 51st state. But he has no say in the matter because when we invade, he will be shipped to the Panama Canal to work the Panama Canal. Don't worry, I'll get to the Panama Canal in just a second. That's right. More America is better. It's as you can see on this map, Trumpland, which is huge. Trumpland used to be called Greenland. It will be renamed Trumpland, and it will be made in inherited fiefdom of the Trump family, I would assume. In actuality, we really should actually take Greenland, though, because Greenland actually is quite a vital place territorially. The United States actually spends on the military defense of Greenland. Like right now, we have military bases in Greenland. We use Greenland's north.
I mean, don't we have military bases like everywhere? Like not just in Greenland. And maybe I should have looked up how many bases we have throughout the world in countries. And like, can't we just apply that logic to anywhere? I mean, because we're paying money for our bases to be there. I'm pretty sure someone can cherry pick some sort of data to be like, you know what, we need this area. Like that's not hard to figure out. You can come up with any to no reason to want to invade an area. So Ben, are you suggesting maybe we should just like, I don't know, take over the world? I mean, either economically, a war, or just by force, Ben. But once, like, it's hard for me to fathom. I don't even think this is a real conversation. They have to be trolling. But like this can't be a serious conversation. Like, what happened to the whole price of groceries? And we're really, how much does Greenland cost? I don't know. I tried to look it up. I couldn't find a number. Like, how much does Greenland cost compared to fixing, which takes a lot of fix, but according to Trump, trying to get the prices of groceries down. I'm just a little confused.
Northern border in order to protect Arctic shipping. Right now, it is supposedly and officially Danish territory. It is home to the U.S. military's Pitufik space base. And of course, it's very important because as ice melts in the Arctic Circle, there are brand new North Atlantic shipping lanes that have drawn interest from Russia and China, and Denmark ain't doing a thing about it. So either Russia and China are going to have an impact there, or we are going to have impact up there. Arctic shipping has increased, according to Forbes, 37% over the past decade. Also, the island is part of the strategically important Greenland-Iceland-UK gap, a choke point Russian ships actually have to transit to travel from the Arctic Ocean to the Atlantic. Also, Greenland has a bunch of untapped mineral resources. Those include coal, zinc, copper, iron ore, diamonds, and oil.
I think that's more of a point that I would want to say is probably their main reason of wanting any place is never really like, oh, this is for the American people. It's always resources. I mean, once again, you don't have to be a scholar to understand that, but I just love how he kind of just like added that within all these other stats of things that is not even important, which I'm going to get to. Let's take a listen.
And a lot of the island has not been explored. There are only about 60,000 people on the island in total. And actually, the United States, believe it or not, does have a pretty good historic claim to Greenland. I'm going to go through the history. I know you weren't expecting a history of Greenland, but you're going to get a potted history of America-Greenland relations because actually, quite seriously, we should purchase Greenland. Here's President Trump on this matter.
Oh, my God. So I just am confused on the lengths that people would go intellectually to make something sound so stupid by every stretch of the imagination to like craft it in such a way. Like you couldn't craft something like this in Minecraft. Like this takes seriously a whole nother level of skills to sit here and look on camera and say, hey, we're going to go down history lane so I can try to like create a narrative to where America should either pay for this area, this land, or forcefully take it. Doesn't that all sound too familiar of American history? I mean, Ben, you can honestly pick any history event that has something to do with America outsourcing, trying to find resources, and forcefully taking it, or either corrupting governments to get what they want. It's nothing new. But hey, guys,
we need Greenland for national security purposes. I've been told that for a long time, long before I even ran. I mean, people have been talking about it for a long time. You have approximately 45,000 people there. People really don't even know if Denmark has any legal right to it. But if they do, they should give it up because we need it for national security. That's for the free world. I'm talking about protecting the free world. You look at...
Hey, that's another excuse. That's another excuse. We need the resources. Oh my God, we need or it's for national security. Oh, the American people's lives are at stake. Oh, you were afraid of the immigrants. You were afraid of the gays. You were really afraid of the black and the trans. But you haven't seen nothing yet. Oh, wait until you see the horrible sights of the Greenland creatures. We need it to fight the forces of evil throughout the world.
You don't even need binoculars. You look outside, you have China ships all over the place. You have Russian ships all over the place. We're not letting that happen. We're not letting it happen. And if Denmark wants to get to a conclusion, but nobody knows if they even have any right, title, or interest. The people are going to probably vote for independence or to come into the United States.
He is correct about that. He is correct about that. The people of Greenland have been talking about independence for a very long time. If that were to happen, they would realign with the United States in a heartbeat. First of all, it's better to live in the United States than it is to live in a principality of Denmark.
Okay, once again, I don't want to hear about no other country. This is important. I need you to listen. I don't want to hear about no other country's problems or what they're going through or what their independence and blah, blah. I don't want to hear that. I, myself, live in America and I need things fixed here before we start venturing off and taking other places, things, in people. Why are we going to bring more people here, according to you guys, if we don't even have home fixed? I don't understand. I just went to the grocery store yesterday and the prices are still high. What's going on? Or did you guys fix every other grocery price except for the store that I go to? Because if so, that's pretty funny. Ha ha, the joke's on me. Okay, everyone got me. Okay, you win. But if that's not the case, why are we even going to this conversation? And we still have a crazy amount of homeless people here in America. Once again, I wish I would have thought about that to give you the numbers, but I'm pretty sure you guys' fingers work. So look that up. Child poverty. But you want to Greenland, and most people can't even find it on the map. Ben, oh my God. All right, we got one more.
This could be funny if it weren't something that Trump keeps talking about. I mean, what do you think is going on
I've heard
here?
that Greenland is MAGA. That would be very surprising for me to learn. But listen, I'd love to acquire Canada too. Doesn't mean I can, doesn't mean I will. In fact, the last time a country peacefully acquired another country was in 1853 in the Gadsden Purchase, when we purchased territory from Mexico, and the peacefully part is negotiable. Because usually we don't go around peacefully acquiring sovereign countries, including and especially giant ones like Canada that are doing just fine without us. So
Are they? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how well they're doing. They're throwing out their prime minister. I don't know if they're doing well or not.
Well,
you think they need Trump to buy them?
Acquire us?
Yeah, we just got rid of our president.
Throwing out your prime minister is the reason.
I don't know. I mean, people there seem unhappy to me.
Can I say something? This
is a troll. This is a troll.
See, no. Time out. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me put some pimping in it. Okay, hold on. Time out. I am so happy. Okay, I am so happy for these 4 or 5 individuals sitting at this expensive table. If you look at the table, it looks really expensive. Okay, like that right there, you don't get at Walmart. Okay, I am so glad that they're ha-haing about Trump trying or flirting with the idea of taking countries either by military force or by economic force. I don't know about you, but that's not a laughing matter to me. This is one of those conversations where you look a Trump supporter in the eye and say, hey, snap out of it. And if you don't, we're never going to have another civilized conversation again. This is how you normalize stupidity. And then Democrats wonder why, like, how come, like, they're always dominating the narrative and they're always dominating stories and words and reality and history and facts and numbers because of this. I need someone at that table. It's so funny. I need someone at the table to slam their fist into the table and say, hey, guys, this is not funny. This is not on Comedy Central. This is not, some animation cartoon from Disney. No. Can we have a civilized conversation on how stupid this conversation is? And if he even tries to go forward with a plan, either for Canada or Greenland or anything else, is not for America's benefit. So why are we even entertaining this conversation with giggles and laughs? This is not a LOL situation here. You LOL at a Adam Sandler movie, not at Trump sitting here threatening other countries with war. And then what happens if he actually goes through with it? I mean, I know it's a lot of hoops and hurdles and roll, but let's just say since we're entertaining dumb ideas and dumb conversations, let's say he does invade Greenland with the military and people die, okay? Who's going to be laughing? The only ones who's going to be laughing are the hateful ones. And 9 times out of 10, those are evil people. Those kind of people belong to Satan himself. So once again, hey, I mean, I hate to be that old guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to have to, like, you know, kill people's joy and their fun and their LOL moments. But this is not funny. Because I have to live here too. I have to deal with the consequences of this dumbass president just like you do. But hey, this is why. You see that suit? You see that suit right there? They got money. They got the money. They can laugh. But I don't know about you. I don't have enough money to sit here and giggle at dumb ish like this. But once again, hey, haha, hoo-hoo. Thank you for watching. If you agree or disagree with anything I said in this video, let me know in the comments down below, or hit that Discord button so me and you can have that one-on-one talk. And like always, let's have that conversation.